guys, welcome back. This is going to be a quick preview about the upcoming League 2 game between the Mariners and Salford City. Apologies for not getting my review out for the midweek game in the Bristol Motors Trophy. Obviously, Mariners went down to an injury time goal against the Imps, but overall the performance was good. So we move on to this game against Salford, who last season, as was mentioned and has been mentioned in the two interviews I've heard, obviously we've got quite a bit of a rivalry with Salford. I'll take you through some stats, which again I always use Soccer Punter for my stats. That will give you all the information that I can leading up to this game. I can tell you now that both clubs, Grimsby lie in 11th place and Salford are in 15th. But let's get this preview started, shall we? We play at the Peninsula Stadium on Saturday. It's a 3 o'clock kick-off. Obviously, Salford are under the management of Karl Robinson. And David Artell's Grimsby Town. For Grimsby, 3 wins in the last 5 games. 2 defeats, 2 back-to-back defeats, 1 being in the league and 1 obviously being in the trophy. Salford's form lately have been 2 wins, a draw and 2 defeats. And if we were to look at how it's split between the two sides in the 8 previous meetings between Salford and Grimsby, it's split with 3 wins apiece and 2 draws apiece. The actual goal ratio is 11 goals to 9 in Salford City's favour. That equates to a 37.5% win rate for both Salford and Grimsby Town. And a 1.3 and a 1.13 again goals for Grimsby against Salford, and a 1.38 goals against for Grimsby that Salford have got against Grimsby. So you'd probably look at it and say that, Salford have had probably the better attacks in recent seasons. I'll take you through the last 4 results between Salford and Grimsby. And the last 4 results was a 1-1 draw back in 2022. October of 2022. It was a 1-1 draw at the Peninsula. While Salford did thrash us in 2022 for the new year with a 4-1 win for Salford. And last season, Grimsby won 2-0 in August against Salford, and also 3-0, which has been spoken about with David Artell and Danny Rose this week. And obviously last time we played, Salford was a 3-0 win. Like Danny said in his interview with Ollie Turner of Radio Humberside, that was a bit more of a scrappy game, not really a great game to watch, but a 3-0 comfortable win in the end for the Mariners. if we look at team news, just briefly, it's like Jaden Looker and Justin Abiku did have spells in the midweek game, and Jaden Looker did impress. I wonder if he'll be involved against Salford. I think Justin may be as well. It'd be good to get those two boys back, even if it's from the bench. Obviously for this game to try and get them more minutes, and so it's good to see they're back. Obviously we've got Harvey Rogers missing for the Mariners after I'm going to say his petulant argument with the referee in last week's defeat to Doncaster. So we'll be without Harvey. Kieran Green has to be careful. He's one booking away from a one-match suspension. But I don't think at the minute you can drop Kieran Green, because I think you need his feistiness, and obviously, but he's got to be careful. He has to be careful, because like I said, one more booking and he'll have a suspension. And it's a really difficult game to call this. If you do want a shall we say a bit of a punt on this, at certain places you can get Salford at 23-20. The draw's 12-5. The Mariners are 11-5 to come away with the win. And obviously Ben Woodburn is their top assist, and obviously Abby Delican is their top goal scorer. Obviously Delican is a good player. He did such a good job for Doncaster back end of last season. If you look at the biggest defeat, Salford have lost 3-1, we've lost 4-1. We've scored a penalty this season as well. I think the average goal score is 1.3 for Grimsby. It's 0.67 for Salford. So, but we've got a slightly worse goals against ratio. We've got 1.7 goals a game we concede to the 1 of Salford. Mariners have failed to only score twice. Salford have failed to score 4 times in the 9 games they've played. So, Salford don't score many goals, but recently they've not been conceding many either. If we actually look at the league position, like I said, the Mariners are in 11th with 5 wins and 5 defeats, 13 goals scored, 17 conceded. That is one of my real concerns for Grimsby, is not necessarily our goal scoring, but our defending is, to be alarmed. Salford City quite the opposite. Salford City this year have only scored 6 goals in 9 games this season and conceded 9. They've won 3, drew 3 and lost 3. All the 3s to Salford is on 12 points from 9 games in 15th place. Like I said, they've got dangerous players like Delican and that, who is a dangerous player, and we know he is from his time at Doncaster. As I say, it's not a ground people like going to. This is such a difficult place to go to, Salford. Ollie Turner asked David Artell in Artel's pre-match basically have Salford hit their ceiling. Because obviously, they've been in league team for a while. So have they hit the ceiling? Artel doesn't seem to think so. I would say I think they have at the moment. I think they have hit a ceiling, Salford. And I still think Grimsby ourselves were trying to find our feet again. Anything, like I said, is better than what we did last year. But what do I think about this game against Salford? Are we going to repeat what we did? I'm going to say 3-1 to Grimsby against Salford. That may be very confident, but I still think we'll concede a goal. Shall I go for goal scorers? Yes, I think I will. You got to go Rosie to get a goal because you just fancy it really. Whenever he's on the pitch, he can score a goal. I'm gonna give Doug Darm a chance to get in with a header. I think because obviously I think he'll come in for Harvey Rogers with Harvey not being available. I think Doug will get the starting place for that. And if not, we've obviously got Doug's long throw as a possible threat as well. And the third goal scorer, second half a big Woo. And probably Darkin will score for Salford. Wouldn't surprise me. But this is a game of can we bounce back from the disappointment of the injury time winner against Lincoln? Can we bounce back, and maybe flirt with the playoff places? But like I said, I don't want to get carried away because we're evenly split so far. But I'm saying 3-1 for this one. That could be foolish. But you've got to have belief, haven't you? We've won our last 2 away games. And it's all about that first goal. So leave your comments down below for me. If you are going to Salford, enjoy the day and try and bring 3 points back with us, lads. Obviously, unfortunately, I won't be at Salford, so I'll be keeping an eye out. I'm performing at Lincolnshire Sings in Lincoln, so I won't actually be at the peninsula this time round. But like I said, I will be keeping an eye on the score or the full time score, definitely. So like I said, I hope everyone who is going enjoys it, and hopefully the Mariners can hopefully start to pull back our injury woes. It looks like things are slowly getting back to some kind of normality for the Mariners, and hopefully we can start having a full squad together. In the meantime, leave your comments down below for me. What do you think the score is going to be? Like I said, if you're going, do enjoy the game, and let's hope the Mariners can get 3 points. And I will be back with a preview for the. I'll be back with a little bit of my own thoughts. I won't call it a review this week. I'll call it my own thoughts off after I've built up a bit of opinion on the game. And so on Sunday, that'll be coming Sunday, and I think after I've seen the highlights, obviously I'll talk a little bit about the game It won't be a full review because obviously I'm not going to be there, so I can't really make a full review of it. But I will give you my thoughts on the result. But do leave me your score predictions down below, and even maybe your team selection. Who do you think should start? Obviously, we've still got Jackson Smith as well. He's been extended again. I think he might be extended for another week after that. So he could get in. He might be available, who knows, for Walsall on Saturday. But we'll see what happens on that next week. But in the meantime, guys, like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think down below. And hopefully the Mariners can pick up a third straight away win. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? In the meantime, guys, up the Mariners, and I will see you for a little bit of a chat on Sunday. Hey, how about that? And I'll see you soon. Ta-ra for now. Up the Mariners, and bring home those 3 points, boys. If you can. I'll see you soon. Ta-ra for now.